I want to ask you just one difficult question, if you don't mind me asking it, which is, what plans do you think it is rational to put in place if a viewer of this was in a similar situation where they were planning for their disease progressing? It might not, let's say it did. What kind of things are sensible to look at?
I think it's really important to speak to a lot of the adults that are actually quite close to your son or daughter, to make sure there are phone numbers exchanged so that people are aware who's there and who isn't going to be there if it does happen. A lot of my friends have said, I'll be there if they need me, kind of thing. There are certain people my son would talk to and others that he just wouldn't, and you just know. So you sort of make informal arrangements, I guess, with those people that you know he's going to talk to, and just come up with just a little plan so they're aware. Also, obviously, you need to change your will and make sure you have written instructions aside from your will to just make sure that everything goes reasonably smoothly in the event. You've got to think about your funeral as well. I know that sounds daft, but you do. What would you really like? What would make you really happy if they did this or whatever? So those are considerations you have to think about as well. And just put as many things for your child security in place as possible, I think.
It's this kind of time when you appreciate the kind of support you have around as well?
Oh, absolutely. I'm so lucky. I've had so many friends seeing me through, and they're just all amazing. And they're great.
Do you think that they have a role in supporting your family as well? I mean, there's the family support, but then there's the extended support.
Yes.
In a way, those layers can be helpful.
Absolutely. Well, they've all been brilliant in their own way. I mean, my best friend has been absolutely incredible. Every time that I've had chemo, really bad chemo, she's been there for me, cooking and things like that, come stay with me. I've had other friends who have come and helped Chris out or done a few little jobs while I've been in hospital and things like that. And I've had friends to talk to, and I have a friend who's also had breast cancer, and she's been a real support. She's been through very similar things herself, although her prognosis is a little better than mine. But I think things like that are really important. And it's really important to tell people who you really care about that you really love them as well.
And that can be a dilemma, whether to be honest and upfront. Because you can naturally wonder how people are going to react when you tell them.
Yes.
Not just the diagnosis, but a complication or a recurrence, Yes. It's not easy to necessarily tell people, is it?
It's not. It's very difficult sometimes, but to be honest, I think you have got to say how it is. I think my father kept it a little bit from us, how it was with my mum, and we really got to know a little bit too late. So I think they might as well carry on in the journey with you. And that's hard for my dad because he's been through it before. I really can feel how he feels about that.